So today we are going to start with how to make the subject of the formula. So how do we do the subject of the formula? We've got the sum over here. A is equal to pi x square minus pi y square. And what am I supposed to make the subject of the formula? Make y as the subject, right? Now, to make y as a subject, whichever variable you are supposed to make as a subject of the formula, that variable you have to take it to the left hand side. You have to shift that variable to the left hand side. Now, which is that variable? Your pi y square. Correct? So I am going to shift this pi y square to the left hand side. This is negative pi y square. When I shift it to the left hand side over here, it will become a plus pi y square is equal to pi x square.
Why can't it be square?
Correct? So currently it is pi y square and I am shifting it as it is. Pi y square goes over there. A plus pi y square equals to pi x square. Now since I have to make y as a subject, whatever variables or constant terms are there along with y, I have to shift it onto the right hand side. That is the whole idea, because you need to make one variable as a subject, not all the variable as a subject, right? So what can I shift first of all? I can shift this a on the right hand side. If I shift a on the right hand side, what will it become? Pi y square is equal to pi x square minus a. Correct? Did you understand this step very clearly? First step, what we did, if my variable is on the right hand side, I shift that variable to the left hand side. Once I shift it to the left hand side, any other term or variable along with my subject, I have to shift it to the right hand side. Correct? That is the equation. So now this is pi y square. First of all, I'll shift pi. So this will become pi x square minus a over pi. Because this is pi multiplied by y square, and multiplication goes to division. Correct? Numerator will go to denominator. A simple factor is that if you have pi y square is equal to pi x square minus a, and I don't need this pi over here because y has to be the subject, how can I get rid of this pi? What is the objective? How can I get rid of this pi? By dividing it this by pi. So if I'm taking an operation, I'm applying an operation on the left hand side, the same operation I'm supposed to apply on the right hand side as well. So on the right hand side also, I will be dividing the whole term by pi. Now this pi and pi gets cancelled. So that is what I get. Y square is equal to pi x square minus a over pi. But I don't want y square as a subject. What do I want as a subject? I need y as a subject. What do I need as a subject? Y as a subject. So square root comes as square root, right? So pi x square minus a over pi. This is my answer for y as a subject. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
Right? Now let us take one more example in this case. So second example, we will take it as at minus 2a is equal to minus 3w. Second example, at minus 3a is equal to minus w. At minus 3a is equal to minus w. And here I am supposed to make t as a subject. T as the subject. What am I supposed to make as a subject? T as the subject. So what do? My subject is on the left hand side only. Yes. Correct? So now whichever terms are there along with t, I will be shifting them onto the right hand side one by one. Can I shift this a first of all on the right hand side? No. First I need to get rid of the second term which is in the binomial over here, right? So what am I going to do? At minus 3a plus 3a is equal to minus w plus 3a. Correct? There are two ways of doing it. One is to get rid of minus 3a, you have to add plus 3a. And the second one, I need to make t as a subject, na? So I need to get rid of the other terms, all other terms. So the one way is that I add plus 3a. The second way is that I shift this 3a onto the other side. That is what we say in the equation terms actually. But actual practice is you get rid of a term either by subtracting it or adding it or by dividing it or by multiplying it, depending upon what operation you need to apply. That is the actual math behind it. Okay, for ease of understanding, we don't apply this, and to be quicker in solving the equation, we say shift minus 3a onto the right hand side. So when you shift minus 3a onto the right hand side, it will become plus 3a. So you get 80 is equal to minus w plus 3a. Now I am supposed to make t as a subject. I don't need a. What is the sign between a and t? Multiplication. So if a I shift on the other side, it will become division. So minus w plus 3a over a. This becomes my answer. I can also simplify this further as t is equal to minus w upon a plus 3a upon a. So a gets cancelled, plus 3 as the answer. This sum also I can simplify further. The first one which I showed you. So I can write here y is equal to root of pi gets cancelled, x square minus a over pi. Correct, because pi gets divided between both the fractions, na?
Oh yeah.
Denominator. So it will become pi x square over pi minus a over pi. So this pi and pi will get cancelled. This basically you write it as pi x square over pi minus a over pi. Correct? So this pi and pi gets cancelled and you get this answer over here. So this is how you actually make the subject of the formula.